My name is Harry Straight. My parents bought the farm here in 1956. I was just a little tyke then, and I followed Daddy around, and I've been running tractors since I was 5. Farming is all I ever wanted to do. We're at Williamsport, Maryland, just west of Hagerstown. We started grazing in 1997. We went seasonal in 2000. 2010, we put our herd and our son's milking herd together on his farm, and he milks the cows and we raise the heifers. We just saw that as another step forward into being a good steward of the land that we had. We've had everything in grass, rotationally moving the cows around, the heifers around. If it gets stomped up too bad, we do rotate. We plant some annual ryegrass and some summer Sudan grass. That helps us extend the grazing season. The biggest challenge is you always have to be alert and thinking ahead as to where you're going to go with the cattle. We do irrigate. We're fortunate to have a good creek beside us, and we irrigate out of that, and that helps us to make it through the dry spells of the summertime. Looking down the road week, 2 weeks to see how the grass growth is. Do I need to slow down? Do I need to supplement? With grazing, it can change sometimes daily. The weather, of course, that affects everybody's herd, so you got to be careful of that and manage for that. And then with our farm here, we have slate ground. Slate ground dries out fast. We can be soaking wet, and 10 days later, grass is showing drought stress. It changes that fast, so that's a challenge for us here on this farm. We try to irrigate on a 10-day rotation. We have about 100 acres here that we irrigate. But I tell people it's kind of like drinking water. It just does better for us if we give it a good drink, and we give it an inch at a time. And that really makes grass grow, and the legumes that's in it does really well. The rainfall index, your farm is located in about a 11 or 12 mile square grid, they call it, and somewhere they have a rain indicator. So it doesn't really matter what you get on your farm. If it's dry at that rain indicator, then you get a payment. If they get rain above the index, then hopefully you got rain on your farm and you don't need the payment. I don't like it to be that dry that we need payments, because payments do help, but they don't replace rain. But we did sign up to help us to manage the dry spells and the risk, but it takes effort. You got to be committed to do it. I still feel irrigation is worth the effort and the cost for the feed quality that we get. And to purchase that kind of quality feed is very expensive. But we just enjoy trying to keep as close to the way we feel that God intended things to be, being as close to nature as we can get.